And I'm gonna call you and you're gonna come pick a collection. Remember, these are our tools. We do what with them? How?
One of the things I say to teachers, I'll ask them, so how many second grade teachers are here? And some people raise their hand and I say, no, you're not. And they look at me like, well, yes, I am. It says on my door, I'm a second grade teacher. But if you're a second grade teacher, you're teaching children who are still working on the first grade standards. And you may have children who walk in your door at the beginning of the year who have already mastered the second grade standards. So they really should be working on the third grade standards. So whatever grade you're teaching, you're really teaching a continuum of grades, which is why it's important to understand and know the curriculum, the instruction, and the standards in the grade before and after you.
California's investment in transitional kindergarten has the potential to close enormous equity gaps in third grade proficiency and beyond. But that promise isn't guaranteed without grade-to-grade coherence.
That conversation from kindergarten through third grade is really key in terms of the mathematics and the standards themselves. For teachers to learn more about those standards, the activities like, say, accounting collections that can take place all the way from preschool through third grade really provide an opportunity for that learning journey of those students to be connected and coherent and really build from one year to another.
If children are asked for the first time in third grade to explain their reasoning, you're likely to get a blank stare. But if they're asked from the time they're 4 years old to explain how they figured that out, then it's a familiar part of instruction for them. Having similar instruction across the grade levels means that children don't have to learn a whole new way of doing math every time they enter a new grade.
Third grade proficiency starts in preschool. We must do more to help children get the most out of their earliest years of school by creating a comprehensive and coherent system of learning that builds on itself as students move through the system.
Coherence is required because partly we know young people are coming with different understandings and we want to build on everybody's understandings, not just some of the young people. We also don't know what it means for us to be consistent about the curriculum and the assessments and the expectations for the standards and whether or not all of those things are fitting in a coherent way for a young person.
California Education Partners is working together with school districts across California to apply a systems approach to making improvements that last. Our 4 fundamentals not only address standards and practices, but also make sure progress is monitored and the capacity of teachers and administrators grows along the way.
I think one of the things that the way that Ed Partners sets up their district partnerships is you try to get leaders at multiple levels within the system sitting down at the same table and having these conversations around a particular problem of practice. For example, pre-K through third grade coherence and improving math instruction across those 5 grade levels. Someone at the district office is talking to multiple site principals who are talking to potential coaches as well as teachers at the same time. So everyone is getting to coalesce around what these shared expectations are.
We've gone from 1 school to 2 schools to 4 schools. We finished the school year last year with 7 schools on board with a goal of getting to all 14 of our campuses by the end of this year, and we're currently at 12 as we speak right now, going from 2 teachers upwards of almost 30 teachers across those campuses. So clearly teachers see the value in the team, they see the value in the work that's going on, the learning that's going on.
So what we need to be doing from my perspective is creating a set of structures and conversations that enable us to continually talk to each other in ways that help us continually be thinking about what's happening for young people as they move through mathematics from preschool to third grade.
One of the first things that was clear to me as a principal from a principal lens is this idea of vertical articulation that we were doing across the district. So we were bringing teachers preschool through third grade together into a common space to explore what high leverage math practices look like. I saw more progress in math and development in that year than I had seen in many years.
California Ed Partners is the only effective approach for supporting districts in changing the way they do their work. So I think the comprehensive approach that they use, putting together the teams across grade levels that include both administrators and teachers, are critically important. Also that they stick with the districts for 3 years.
We can't have children who get a great first grade teacher and then maybe a not so great second grade teacher and a not so great third grade teacher. We need everybody to be great. And if everybody's great, then that child now graduating from the system has had a consistent, coherent program because those effective practices are present everywhere.